This is one of the lead men out of the Japanese bullpen coming into a difficult spot. Down by 2, Atsuki Taneichi deals a fastball strike. He's got a good fastball. He's a big swing and miss guy in Japan. Trying to get the leadoff man here tonight. 4 of the 6 innings, the Venezuelan leadoff man has been aboard.
When they've got him on, they've scored him. 4 times the leadoff guy has scored for Venezuela.
1-1 pitch is a little bit low and inside. 2 balls and a strike on Michael Garcia. Let me add one to that. 5 of the 6, as you properly placed, AJ, have reached base to lead off an inning for Venezuela. Garcia's 2-run shot in the 5th made it 5-4 at the time. And the 3-run blow by Abreu gave Venezuela the lead in the 6th.
Michael Garcia already has 1 home run. If Taneichi lays one in right here, I don't care how hard he throws, he could hit another one.
Hitters count. Oh, there was a fastball. A little away from Garcia. It's 3-2.
A little bit away, not the exact one he was looking for. Takes his time out.
Ground ball to short. Genda's there. Retires Garcia. So Taneichi comes out of the pen and does get the leadoff man for just the 2nd time tonight for Venezuela. 1 away. Now here's Luis Arraez. A rare 0-for so far from Arraez. 0-for-3 tonight with a strikeout.
That's even rarer than the 0-for. Yep. And some swing and misses.
Last year hit .292. That's a little bit lower than we have come to expect from Arraez, but still led the National League in hits for the Padres. Signed a 1-year deal with San Francisco. The former Miami Marlin who loved hitting at this park. It's low, 2-0. Right at the top of the list. When he puts on, as you said, that Venezuelan jersey, the power seems to come out. Had a couple of home runs in that 23 WBC, had a couple against Israel in this WBC. He waits for a 2-0. Down the left field line foul.
He took his helmet off. You mentioned William Abreu. The barber, he must have went to work on the back of Luis Arraez's hair. He's got all the lines cut in there. It's awesome.
That was another one away. Arraez playing at first base in this game. That's where he mainly played with the Padres last year. He's expected to slide over to second base again with the San Francisco Giants this year. Ooh, close pitch on a 2-2.
Arraez almost talked the umpire into that. Did you see that? She's like, no, 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 before the ball even left the pitcher's hand.
Payoff delivery to Arraez, and he bounces it to second for Maki. Sidearms it for the 2nd out. Nice work between Ito settling down after the home run. He retired the final 3 of the 6th, and the first 2 of the 7th retired by Taneichi. A couple of ground ball outs. Now Gino Suarez 0-for-3 today. He'll climb in. Kind of a half-hearted swing, and strike 1. The ultimate vibes man in that Venezuelan clubhouse. The clubhouse full of vibes men, guys who all have fun, who all bring joy to the game. That's been the mantra for Suarez in all of his major league stops. Solo mucha buenas energía. Good energy only. It's been so fun to watch for all these teams around the world. Not fun to be at the plate right there against Taniichi. A 1-2-3-7. It is stretch time in Miami in a 2-run game. It will square off in one semifinal tomorrow. What an incredible story. The espresso pushed Italy, fueled by vibes and some highly caffeinated players going to the semifinals for the very first time, making a lot of Paisans happy. They await the winner of this one, and it has been fantastic between Venezuela and Japan. It is now one of the top relievers for Venezuela, left-hander Angel Serpa. He's going to face the number 9 hitter Wakatsuki, but then two lefties at the top of the Japanese order are looming in Ohtani and Sato. Wakatsuki takes a big cut at a fastball. He's had a sacrifice and a walk today. Already the 4th appearance in the tournament for Serpa. Pitched the final 3 games of pool play for Venezuela.
And he's in there for the lefties on the next 2 batters.
Yep.
Whatever happens with Wakatsuki, that's the guy. And Omar Lopez before the game said Serpa's in there. He was the matchup he wanted for Ohtani. They'd love to face him with 1 out, nobody on, so he can't tie the game no matter what happens.
The game changed the last time Ohtani was at the plate in the 4th inning. With 2 on and 1 out against De Jesus. He struck out Ohtani, he struck out Sato, and that started to shift the momentum towards Venezuela. Good pitch on backdoor slider for called strike 3, and Wakatsuki goes down looking. So it will be nobody on and 1 out for Ohtani.
Huge out in the 7th inning right there with Ohtani and Sato coming up. Like, what a backdoor slider, Serpa. And they know one thing. Ohtani cannot tie the game right here with 1 swing of the bat.
Lefty on lefty. And a first pitch strike with the slider again. Hard throwing left-hander. Facing the hero of Japan. Who took a big cut at that fastball upstairs.
He's saying he hit Salvi's glove. Thinks he might have.
One interference. What he's discussing right now.
I thought it was just a foul tip.
Yeah, that's what we thought up here. Let's see.
I don't think so.
Nothing on the backswing, so let's see here maybe.
Nowhere close. Tony's not used to getting his doors blown off like that at 96 up and in.
Get a review. Say that he hit it twice.
It doesn't look, from that angle, it doesn't look like Salvi's anywhere close. Unless he hit maybe the strings of his glove, but I don't see a lot there.
Salvi and Shohei talking about it afterwards. 2 of the captains of their groups.
I just don't see it. Salvi's waving. He's giving him the Dikembe Mutombo finger.
No, no, no. He's saying it's a foul ball, right? It should be 0-2.
No, no, no.
He keeps declaring foul ball. Again, the video evidence on a review has to be indisputable.
How about that catcher's gear?
Love that with the Venezuelan flourish with the colors of the country's flag on that chest protector. The helmet with the 2-tone second color on the bill. No catcher's interference, says Dan Iasonia. There will be 0-2 on Ohtani with 1 down and the bases empty in the 7th.
Ohtani must have really thought, because he even took his elbow guard off. He was asking for that review.
He's convinced. Last look. just felt like a foul ball. That's what Perez kept intimating. Ohtani was adamant that it was catcher's interference. Now resizing it up as he steps back into the box. Since the Ohtani strikeout in the fourth, 9 straight retired by Venezuelan pitching. 1-2. Outside.
Good call by Chris Siegel behind the plate. Good pitch, but a better take by Ohtani.
2-2 delivery. Called strike 3. Ten in a row retired by the Venezuelan pitching staff, and it's 0-1 on Sato.
Just a perfect pitch. Ohtani's probably thinking, I'm going to get another slider, and got the same reaction out of the Japanese fans. Oh no.
We're on to first and foul, and a chance in a 1-2-3 inning for Serpa out of the pen.
And as you look ahead, there's only a couple innings left, only a few outs left. As a former catcher, I started counting the outs. Okay, how long until we'll have to face Ohtani again? And right now, if they get him in order, Ohtani doesn't get up again.
Hard hit ball towards short, grabbed by Tovar. What a job by the Venezuelan. Japan trailing by 2 as we go into the late innings. Their offense has 6 more outs with which to work to try to get back in the game. While Venezuela looks for some insurance, and they'll start it off with their number 5 hitter who's got a pair of hits tonight, and Ezequiel Tovar has played a strong shortstop as well. Cannot say enough about the Venezuelan bullpen, which has completely settled and shut things down since that huge strikeout of Ohtani in the 4th inning. They've retired 11 straight Japanese hitters.
And just complete control. Strikeouts, getting ahead in the count, mixing up the pitches, fooling Ohtani, punching him out twice. One of the question marks about Venezuela coming into this game and this tournament was that bullpen. They're proving us all wrong.
And Tovar's got a 3-hit night working in the quarterfinals. Oh, he's looking for 2. He's getting a big turn. Play at second. He's in. Lead-off double for Venezuela, and Tovar, his 2nd of the night.
Said Venezuela has to be the next team to score. That's the same thing for Japan right now. The momentum is all on Venezuela's side, and Tovar feels that he's ultra aggressive on the bases, and he makes it to second for a leadoff double to start off the inning for Venezuela.
They've been doing it all night. 6 of the 8 innings they've had the leadoff man on base. And here's Torres, who's got 2 hits tonight as well. Showing a bunt. That tells you right away how important Omar Lopez feels that runner at second, that run to come home to give it a 3-run cushion. That's how important he feels that run is right now. You got Torres showing.
Please tell me how many sacrifice bunts Gleyber Torres has. It can't be very many. He came up with the Cubs, and then he went to just traded to the Yankees. Now an all-star with the Tigers. I can't imagine he's bunted very many times at the major league level.
Now he'll look to swing. He'll take a pitch down to the dirt.
Maybe he was bunt for a hit. The third baseman is deep, Okamoto.
Seven sacrifices for Torres in his career. Did not have one, though, last season with Detroit. 1-1. Inside, and it's 2-1.
Tovar's itching to steal third.
Yeah.
He's getting a big lead. The middle infielders for Japan are spread out, trying to keep that run from scoring. Tovar's reading them, hoping to get a good jump. And he'll go if he gets a good jump.
He's been dancing on the base paths all night. And now he got caught in between second and third, but the throw goes into center field. Tovar will come around and make it 8-5 Venezuela.
Pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Pressure is on the Japanese team right now. They feel it. This crowd is going crazy. I mentioned Tovar was going to try and steal third. They had the pick play on the daylight, and he was going, and because of the wild throw, it acted like a single up the middle, and Tovar scores easily. Things you don't see the team from Japan do very often, make mistakes. But pressure. Pressure's crazy, Adam.
Suarez, and he swings away, sends it out to right field, back at the wall, and it's caught. Sato got pushed all the way to one of the deepest parts of right field at Lone Depot, and it's a long, loud first out after this key run for Venezuela scores on the Japanese miscue.
Odor, the third base coach, is going, hey, thank you for the single to score our runner. He was in full stride, never slowed down. See the emotion. Acuna, I kind of think he likes this tournament.
Abreu, it was his shot in the 6th inning that swung it in Venezuela's favor, and they just added a run here, and they are feeling it in the 8th. Watching the younger of the Contreras brothers mess with Acuna. They cut on a fastball from Abreu, 2-1.
If that ball that Gleyber Torres hit had gone out, the roof might have come off this place.
No kidding. They have not lost since the 2017 semifinals to the United States. 11 straight wins since, including winning the last tournament in 2023. These are the reigning champions that have 3 titles in 5 tournaments under their belt in Japan. The slew of stars, and perhaps the star of stars at the top of their order, but it's Venezuela applying the heat and the pressure in Miami. So one of our favorite Chicagoans might say, pressure bursts pipes.
Watch this. Oh no. The best thing Tovar did there was, once he realized he was picked off, he was just not stopping. He was going to force them to make a play, at least at third, and it would have been close, but because of the wild throw, again, it acted like a base hit up the middle.
Yoshida trailing back, and he's got it at the warning track. Couple of long, loud outs here in the 8th for Venezuela, who just scored in 5 different innings. And in every one of those innings, the leadoff man got aboard.
Exactly. It's been leadoff runners putting pressure on Japan, and then Venezuela able to get the hit or move the guy over and get him in.
Here's the captain, Perez. Nine times an All-Star. 5 times a Gold Glove winner. A legion of fans over the course of his storied and decorated Major League career. Spans multiple WBC tournaments in his native Venezuelan uniform. There's a strike, 1-1.
Remember at the beginning I said Venezuela gets a lead, this crowd will become a factor. It is a factor.
Yep. It's completely swung to the emotion of the Venezuelan fans. Hard hit towards the Japanese dugout. Watch out down there. Ohtani dancing around him there. He's still motioning. It is impossible not to feel the infectious joy from so many of the countries that have participated in this tournament. Impossible if you're in the building to not feel it.
And again, I'll say this again, Adam. Yes, the WBC World Baseball Classic means a lot to these countries. But right now, Venezuela is smelling a trip to the Olympics. If they win this game, they get to go to the Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028. That is a huge deal for them. Omar Lopez mentioned it. He couldn't stop talking about the Olympics. What about the WBC?
Well, they're hand in hand now. The way it's been discussed. 2028 in Los Angeles. Summer Olympics coming with baseball. Perez goes down swinging. Good fastball from Tanaichi. Tomorrow from here in Miami. And this tells you a lot right now. Yusei Kikuchi would be slated to start the semifinals in a couple of nights. But with Japan facing elimination in this tournament, it will be Hirokazu Ibata, the manager, turning to his excellent left-hander to get 3 crucial outs. Starting with the 9-hitter, Jackson Chourio.
It's an interesting move here for me for Japan. Let's say they do come back and win this game. Then who starts in a couple days for Japan in the semifinal? I guess they have a whole host of guys that could do it, but this is just an interesting play.
You would think maybe you have Sagano, you have Takahashi. Those guys pitch longer outings against Australia and Czechia. But Kikuchi was the guy. He's one of your top pitchers if you're Japan, a guy with a ton of big league experience. And he's in there right now, down by 3 with that high velocity fastball, trying to keep this game exactly where it's at. Japan, because they got 2 base runners aboard in that 8th inning, will have Ohtani come to the plate, batting 3rd for Japan in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Yeah, but all that doesn't matter. If he hits with 2 outs and nobody on, doesn't matter. Let him hit a homer.
Ground ball to 3rd, that slips past Okamoto. A 3-time Golden Glove winner could not make that play on a knuckler towards him. And the leadoff man yet again for a 7th time tonight is aboard for Venezuela.
This is a tough play for Okamoto. He gets kind of caught in between. He wants to charge it, and then he realizes it has topspin, so he's got to back up. And once he backs up, it's too late, especially with the speed of Chourio. Defensive miscue, though, again. They're probably going to give that a hit, but defensive miscue.
He's won it twice at 3rd, once at 1st base. Okamoto. Acuna takes a cut. He's looking for a potential knockout punch here in the 9th inning. He had the first body blow back in the 1st.
Oh, he got this party started.
We have reached midnight in Miami. (1 p.m. in Tokyo on Sunday. Chourio at first, nobody out. There he goes. And it's fouled back.
He had a jump, too.
Sure did.
He had a jump. It's a big jump with his first move. So you're never going to tell Ronald Acuna Jr. not to swing. Sometimes you'd like to let him steal a base, especially with a jump like that.
Kikuchi eyeing him over at first. And he gets Acuna to swing through a fastball. 1 away here in the 9th inning.
So a strange swing from Acuna. I don't know if he was looking for something else. I don't know what happened. He tried to call timeout. It was too late.
Here's Michael Garcia. Check over to first. 2 extra base hits for Garcia tonight. A double in the 3rd. He was left stranded. The 2-run home run in the 5th. Part of the momentum swing for Venezuela that got them to within 1 at 5-4. So it was 5-2 before his home run. 6 straight scored by the Venezuelans to take a 3-run lead. Incredible baseball family in La Sabana in the Venezuela. He and the Acuñas were all born in a little fishing village of about 3,000 people on the north central coast of the country. You can't get there from Caracas without an off-road car because of the mountainous roads that you have to drive through. But man, it is a baseball haven in that country. A 1-1. Bouncing ball too short. Grabbed by Genda. Flip to second. Maki will not get a throw off. Churio able to prevent the relay, but there are 2 down here in the 9th. A fielder's choice for Garcia puts him at first base.
Just a high chopper. It's hit too softly, too high for Japan to turn to. A nice aggressive slide by Churio at second. Nothing wrong with that. Japan is 1 out away from being down 3 with 3 outs to go.
Try to finish off this top half of the 9th inning against Arraez. 0 for 4 tonight. Another check over at first base, this time on another potential base stealer in Garcia. Ohtani will bat in the bottom of the 9th. Garcia stays. On the ground to Maki. This time he flips to Genda. And that retires the side. 3 more outs to work with for Japan. Ohtani will bat. 3 outs to get for the Venezuelans to head to the semifinals. 2 down.
Again, you mentioned it. He doesn't mess around. He is just throwing 100-mile-an-hour heater after 100-mile-an-hour heater and a good pitch. Here it is, Ohtani, their last chance.
Trying to stay alive. Down 3. Foul back by Ohtani. 0-1.
Last time, remember in this tournament, was Ohtani punching out Mike Trout to win it. Here's Ohtani, Japan's last hope today in the quarterfinals.
Valencia's 0-1. Drops down low. Evens the count on Ohtani. His strikeout in the 4th against Jesus. Well, Japan was up 5-2. Turned this game around. A 1-1. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Ohtani skies it. Venezuela has knocked out the reigning champs. They secure a spot in the Olympics, and they're headed to the WBC semis for the first time in 17 years.
What a game. What a game. All the emotions from both sides. What a way for Venezuela to not only advance in the WBC, but qualify for the Olympics against one of the best teams in the world. We said coming in, their lineup was legit. They proved it tonight.
Their manager, Omar Lopez, in his 2nd stint with Venezuela, a country whose baseball love runs deep. And on a night where Japan took a 3-1 lead in the middle innings, this Venezuelan offense put the pedal to the metal. They finished with 3 homers, 4 doubles, and their bullpen, 6 relievers, combined for 6 1/3 of shutout ball, ending with an Ohtani flyout.
That's That's the story. The bullpen of Venezuela, one of the questions coming into this was how would the Venezuela pitching hold up? Tonight it dominated, especially out of the bullpen, and they move on.
And they took the lead in the 6th with one of the swings of Wilyer Abreu's dreams.